New at 6, state lawmakers are voting on a controversial bill that could significantly change zoning laws, including where properties like duplexes and triplexes are built. The bill is gaining criticism from local government leaders, including Colorado Springs Mayor John Suthers. News 5's Alasyn Zimmerman spoke with Governor Jared Polis about his proposal in an interview you'll only see on News 5 tonight.
Diana, it's something lawmakers on both sides of the aisle can agree on. Housing is expensive in Colorado, but what's the solution? Part of the governor's proposal is to build more housing to try and cool down the market. That was the focus of a conversation he had here in Colorado Springs today with a local educator.
Pass. Yeah. He knocked loudly. No answer.
Sherry Purdue teaches 4th grade at Twain Elementary in Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs is my home.
Born and raised in the city, she wants to live here and teach in her hometown. But she says the cost of living has made it difficult.
We've thought about moving out of state. We've thought about going to Kansas. We've thought about going to different states. We've also thought about moving down to Pueblo. We've thought about just anywhere that we could afford.
She's now in her 6th year as a teacher. Her husband also works for the district, and they're also new parents.
Adding an 11-month-old to that budget was just a lot harder.
She says her rent has increased about $300 over the past 4 years. She and her husband have even looked at getting a home. She says they were approved for a $250,000 loan, which they quickly learned wouldn't get them very far in the Springs housing market.
Heartbreak. I'm gonna get emotional because it was absolute heartbreak, because I don't know if I can give my son what he deserves.
A lot of folks are telling me is a lot of homes are $400,000 plus.
Governor Jared Polis spoke with Purdue during a visit to the Springs today to tout a bill being discussed at the state capitol, which he says will create more affordable housing in the state.
What we want to do is make sure that there's more housing now and the opportunity to build. Just let the market work and just remove all these artificial restrictions.
The bill is a massive 105 pages long. Some of the big changes outlined here include banning construction of duplexes, triplexes, and townhomes in neighborhoods zoned for single-family housing in cities like Colorado Springs. It also bans cities from regulating how many unrelated people can live together under one roof.
Is that surpassing local control, though?
Well, it's really about the rights that homeowners have. We want to have the inventory. We want to have the homes.
One of the bill's most vocal opponents is Colorado Springs Mayor John Suthers.
One of the things I'm very insulted by is the notion that they, can do a better job of being concerned about affordability.
Suthers argues the bill goes against the state's constitution when it comes to home rule municipalities like the Springs.
And they think they can override that constitutional provision by saying, oh, this is a matter of statewide concern. I can't wait to get in front of a court and say, now hold it. What our neighborhoods look like is more of a statewide concern than a local concern. That's a case I want to take.
A potential lawsuit is not a concern for Polis.
Well, I wouldn't worry too much about we get, sued over most things we do, and obviously we're told by the lawyers that it's very defensible.
There was no answer.
For people like Purdue, she's not sure what the best solution is to create more housing options.
There's just this balancing act that's so difficult with the housing market and with finances in general. Things just get more and more expensive.
Her hope is that things will change and eventually her family can move into a home here in Colorado Springs.
I don't know what I'm looking for. I just know that we need help.
The bill is titled the Land Use Bill. A few weeks ago, hundreds of people testified to voice their opinions on it. A first vote on it is expected tonight in a Senate committee where we're likely to see several amendments for it. We'll follow up and let you know what happens. Diane?
Alasyn.